Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Darts coming out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Going play action with Darts. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
A gain of 5. And the Giants first down.
Now here's Cam Scatteroo on the ground. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more. You may know it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Going right back to Scatteroo. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and short. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
They'll go. Here's Darts. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn over in their end of the field.
And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down. And goes to the hurry up here. A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Working quickly here.
And the Kansas City Chiefs.
First down, and they go right back to it. He picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up. Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's 3rd down now.
Yellow!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throws caught. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that.
And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off 14.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on first down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Darts out of the shotgun. That's Robinson on a slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
We got the football clock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. And they've left their offense out there. They're going for this on 4th down. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Driving forward with Scannaboo. On the move, past the 40. Down the left sideline he goes. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants start to fight back with their first points of this game. Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And this one does not go far.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, running back in the flat.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
After making the catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Jake, we see it every week in the NFL. So many of these defenses are predicated on not giving up the big play. So when you get a chunk play, yards like that thrown into double coverage to your tight end, you will take it every time, twice on Sunday.
And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Yeah, it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Yellow, 15. 180.
They'll run Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Yellow. Right side.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Oshesky. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Vacates quickly left side. Finds Scatterby on the dump off. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Scatterby now from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the gun, here's Dart. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Caught by Theo Johnson. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Drive from the pistol. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. 3rd down now. Here's Dart. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Dart going to throw again. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. It's 2nd and goal. All right, now a timeout is called. 9 seconds to go in this half. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, here's Dart. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Offense in the hurry up here. And he spiked it just in time, so now we'd expect to see their kicker trot out for a try just before we reach halftime. On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. A 27-yard look here. The kick by Gano is good. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. to send this away. On the return, here's Nico Rumihio. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he has this down to the 34. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
10 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's got to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Working quickly here.
That's another Kansas City.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line. The defense all over this one.
Made by Bobby Okereke. No gain on the play.
To the air, Mahomes. Gets it to the 15. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
To the line and he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
Mahomes.
the 13-yard line.
Makes the catch. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs blow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st down, Siskanabu. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard.
Working between the 2 of them.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Running with Scanabu. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
It's Scanabu on 2nd down. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has him on the quick hitter. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. First and 10 from the 43. On play action with Darts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Fred McDuffie in to pick it off. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
15.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him